Trust the breaking news experience. News Channel 3, the desert's news leader.
You're watching the desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3, live at 6:30.
The apple fire burning just west of the valley shows no signs of slowing down. Now at 20,000 acres, fast moving with no containment. Plus, 2 American astronauts traveling at more than 17,000 miles an hour re-enter the Earth's atmosphere before splashing down off the coast of Florida. Hello and thanks for joining us for News Channel 3 at 6:30. We're also streaming live online at KESQ.com. I'm Tom Tucker. We begin tonight with continuing coverage of the massive apple fire still burning out of control just west of the valley. The fire now covering more than 20,000 acres and there is no containment. The fire broke out in the Cherry Valley area north of Beaumont late Friday night and is burning into the San Bernardino National Forest. More than 500 firefighters are battling the blaze in extremely hot conditions. Crews are attacking the fire from the air, including several helicopters and airplanes, dropping fire retardant and water as crews on the ground continue to push through difficult terrain, working to get some containment. 1 home and 2 outbuildings have been destroyed. More than 7,000 people remain under evacuation orders.
So we pulled in resources from all our neighboring counties, San Bernardino County, Orange County, Ventura County, LA County. So as you can imagine, it takes time to assemble those strike teams and get those units on the road. But we're fortunate enough that everything that we requested for is here.
No injuries reported in the fire so far. The cause of the blaze is under investigation. We'll continue to monitor the fire and keep you posted on air and online at KESQ.com. And in breaking news tonight, there's another brush fire to report, this one burning in Whitewater at the preserve near Whitewater Canyon Road. That is not far from the apple fire. This fire began just before 1:30 this afternoon. CAL FIRE says this fire currently stands at about 70 acres, burning at a moderate rate in heavy brush. As you can see, firefighters are on the scene. The cause of this fire is under investigation. Stay with News Channel 3 for any new developments on the second fire, this one burning in Whitewater. Time now for our first look at the weather on this Sunday evening. The live view coming from the TEMO weather cam on Needham Hill. Once again, smoke moving across the valley thanks to the apple fire and to a lesser extent that smaller fire. The smoke and heat meaning it's not a good day to be outside. Let's check in now with News Channel 3's Taylor Begley with the update. Taylor.
Yeah, Tom, you're right about that. Not the best day to spend outside, but we do have some relief on the way around midweek as for those temperatures, but a smoke advisory still in place through today from that apple fire. The winds out of the northwest are pulling that smoke into the Coachella Valley. So you see here the area shaded in that white color is all the area that is impacted by this smoke advisory that includes the Coachella Valley. We are still under an excessive heat warning through 9 o'clock tonight. I'll have more details on your full week ahead in my complete first alert forecast coming up later on in the show. Tom?
This week, the number of reported coronavirus cases here in the United States reached 4.6 million people, with hospitalizations rising in 35 states plus Puerto Rico. This as millions of Americans face financial disaster unless Congress steps in with a new stimulus plan. Megan Tabrizian is in San Diego with the latest.
Today, coronavirus cases soaring in the U.S. California, the state with the leading number of cases, topping 500,000, reporting its highest daily death toll yet. Health officials pleading with people to wear a mask.
Our rights to not wear a mask, all right, that bull gonna kill us. Shut it down. We're out here playing.
In Georgia, 29-year-old Joshua Elbez fighting the virus after his father died from COVID-19 a week ago.
You don't think that it's real? Look at me, I'm in the hospital right now, hooked on oxygen, and my dad just died. It's not a joke. It's not a game.
This morning, coronavirus White House task force leader Dr. Deborah Birx warning multi-generational families living together should consider wearing masks inside.
I want to be very clear. What we're seeing today is different from March and April. It is extraordinarily widespread. It's into the rural as equal urban areas.
But despite rising hospitalizations in 35 states and a CDC estimation that deaths in the U.S. will top 180,000 by August 22nd, protesters in Atlanta, Georgia, demanding to reopen schools.
Kids do not learn as well digitally as they do face-to-face. So I just want the choice back to get my son back in school.
This comes as millions of Americans are facing a financial disaster after their enhanced employment benefits expired Friday. Democrats and Trump administration officials on Capitol Hill for a 3-hour meeting Saturday, telling ABC's Martha Raddatz today on This Week they still don't have a deal.
We proposed a 1-week extension at $600 so that while we negotiate a longer-term solution, at least all those people don't lose their money. And I'm surprised that the Democrats won't agree to that.
Talk to President Trump. He's the one who is standing in the way of that. We have been for the $600. They have a $200 proposal, which does not meet the needs of America's working families.
Discussions will resume Monday between the top leaders. Megan Javrizian, ABC News, San Diego.
Meanwhile, a heartbreaking story out of Atlanta where a community is supporting a teenager who lost both parents to coronavirus just days apart. 17-year-old Justin Hunter says he still can't believe it. The high school senior says he and his parents, Angie and Eugene, took all the proper precautions trying to avoid catching the deadly virus. But about 2 weeks ago, they all became infected. Justin says he was asymptomatic, but his parents started showing symptoms and were rushed to the hospital. His father, a professional musician, lost his battle with the virus on July 26th. His mother, a human resources executive, died 4 days later.
The last thing he said was, "I love you, and I'm gonna get better and I'm gonna keep fighting." They never raised me to just sit around and feel sorry for myself in any situation.
Justin says his strength comes from his parents, calling them his two biggest role models, who shared an incredible marriage for 35 years and had been his #1 fan since he started playing football as a young child. The community there also starting a GoFundMe in honor of the Hunter family and to support the teenager. Well, time might be up for TikTok, and members of a key committee agree. On Friday, President Trump said he will ban the controversial video sharing app. The president has spoken against TikTok in the past, citing security concerns because it's owned by a Chinese company. The Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States has already ordered TikTok's parent company to sell the app. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says committee members share the president's concerns about the app.
The entire committee agrees that TikTok cannot stay in the current format because it risks sending back information on 100 million Americans. The president can either force a sale or the president can block the app using IEPA.
Now, some experts reportedly believe the Chinese government could pull data on U.S. users from the app, while others think President Trump is using the issue as a pawn to appear tough on China. 2 American astronauts returned to Earth. Coming up tonight on News Channel 3, how their spacecraft traveled at speeds of more than 17,000 miles an hour before splashing down. Also ahead, a new effort to help coronavirus patients inspired by the story of 2 sisters, one of them battling the virus. You're watching News Channel 3, the desert's news leader.
A new school year like no other, and News Channel 3 committed to getting answers.
We're asking about schools in every district and delivering those answers to you.
Health, safety, and the quality of education.
We are working, we can't help them. That's why we have teachers.
With the uncertainties families face, News Channel 3 is here with the most complete coverage of how children will start the new school year. Watch News Channel 3 in the morning, your back-to-school information headquarters.
This cheeseburger is the best.
Here at our practice, we use innovation and genuine compassion to care for our patients.
When you're ready to get back on the road, count on incredible value from Honda.
We know what you see on the news these days can sometimes be scary.
That's why we focused on the information you need to stay safe.
You can trust News Channel 3 to give you the facts.
And we have your back when it comes to local emergencies.
Trust the desert's news leader who's been giving you the facts for over 50 years.
Morning and night, we work to deliver you the news you need to stay safe in a time like this.
That's why the desert's news leader is more than who we are. It's a promise from us to you.
Get a load of my Southwest cheddar cheeseburger.
And welcome back. It was a dramatic moment this afternoon as 2 NASA astronauts returned to Earth, their capsule splashing down off the coast of Pensacola. Gio Benitez has details from the Johnson Space Center in Houston.
splashdown.
Dragon Endeavor has returned home.
After 64 days and 27 million miles, a successful splashdown for the Dragon Endeavor just off the coast of Pensacola.
It was truly our honor and privilege. Congrats, everybody at SpaceX.
The drama of return, a spacecraft traveling at 17,500 miles per hour, slowing down to just 15 miles per hour before splashing down, and the tense moments after re-entry.
Reaching temperatures of around 3,500 degrees.
During the expected loss of communications.
Good morning, Dragon Endeavor.
The day starting on a sweet note with a wake-up call from the children of astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken.
Rise in time, Daddy. We love you. We can't wait to see you.
The astronauts will be reunited with their families tonight in Houston with a big welcome home party at Ellington Air Force Base. Now remember, this was technically a test mission, so now NASA and SpaceX will be looking at the Dragon, they'll be looking at the data collected during this mission, and they'll apply what they learn to the next full mission next month. Gio Benitez, ABC News at the Johnson Space Center in Houston.
A new effort to help people battling coronavirus. Coming up next on News Channel 3, how a touching story involving two sisters is inspiring a call for blood plasma. You're watching News Channel 3, the desert's news leader.
Jeff, Angela, and Patrick. Watch News Channel 3 in the morning live from 5 to 7 a.m.
These ancient churches were carved from a block of stone.
At Coachella Valley Buick GMC, buying a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
And a very good morning to you. I'm Jeff Stahl.
And I'm Angela Chen. New arrest in the case of an Indio murder from last month.
News Channel 3 in the morning has your back when you wake up. Marines are investigating an accident with an assault amphibious vehicle.
New and fresh stories you didn't see the night before.
At least one person is dead after this overnight shooting, bringing you breaking news in the morning as it happens.
And keeping you informed of what happened overnight.
Watch News Channel 3 every morning from 5 to 7 a.m. The News Channel 3 I-Team investigators.
We do much more than bring you the news every day.
How has the pandemic impacted your ability to get things done?
Years of experience asking the tough questions.
Morning, noon, and night, we investigate for you.
What are the range of problems that you've seen?
What do you think the long-term impact of this is going to be?
Uncovering problems, finding you solutions.
That's what makes News Channel 3 the desert's news leader.
It is truly comforting to see neighborhood heroes rise in our communities.
Doctors, nurses, all hard-working healthcare professionals.
Our first responders and people going above and beyond to ensure food is available for us.
News Channel 3 wants to say thank you to every hero working tirelessly to keep our residents safe.
Coachella Valley, see a neighborhood hero we should recognize? Click to KESQ.com and click on this logo now. And thank you to the neighborhood heroes. First Alert Weather brought to you by Comfort Air. They're #1 for a reason.
You might recall the story we reported a couple weeks ago about Janet Santabanez battling COVID-19 while being cared for by her sister Maribel, a nurse at Loma Linda University Medical Center. Thanks to plasma donated from recovered coronavirus patients, Janet is now in stable condition while still fighting the virus. News Channel 3's Caitlin Thrope spoke with a friend of the family who's putting on an event tomorrow night to collect plasma while thanking frontline workers.
I myself am a nurse and I work at a local COVID-19 testing site.
Elisa Leva is a part of a group of local nurses trying to bring attention to the need for plasma donations.
We are bringing awareness of the importance of convalescent plasma donation.
The convalescent blood plasma from recovered coronavirus patients can help those who are currently infected, but there's an extremely short supply. Plasma donations helped Janet Santabanez, who is now in stable condition after being in the ICU at Loma Linda Medical Center fighting the virus.
I know that there's a lot of people coming out positive and some are very sick. So I just want to continue bringing awareness of that, continue to follow the guidelines of wearing your mask, keeping the social distance.
Leva is also standing up for the frontline medical workers who are fighting a battle of their own every day helping COVID patients. She tells us how you can safely show appreciation toward frontline heroes by attending her drive-by event in Indio on Monday night.
They don't even have to get off their car. They can just pass by and, thank them, honk, along, flash their lights.
It starts at 7:30 and ends at 8:30 at night at Miles Park. She said she'll also be passing out flyers for more information on plasma donations.
When this whole pandemic started, we were thanking the nurses and doctors for all their hard work, and I think it's important also to thank them still, because they're still taking care of patients that are critical, and we just want to say thanks, man, for your hard work, and we appreciate you.
Caitlin Thrope, News Channel 3.
If you'd like to donate blood plasma, you can visit Livestream's website or find the link on our website at KESQ.com. Well, tropical storm Isaias made landfall in the Bahamas yesterday and is now crawling along Florida's Atlantic coast and will head to the Carolinas, then up the east coast as far north as New England, bringing heavy rainfall, strong winds, and storm surge flooding to some areas. The Sunshine State, Florida, currently the U.S. epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic, is continuing to shut down public testing sites ahead of the storm's arrival. The Division of Emergency Management sending 25 shelter kits with PPE to counties in the path of the storm. Isaias isn't expected to regain hurricane strength, but the storm could threaten lives and destroy property as it moves up the eastern seaboard. The death toll from the storm still stands at least 3 people.
Now, your first alert weather forecast with weathercaster Taylor Begley.
Today, Palm Springs hit a high temperature of 114 degrees above that seasonal average of 107. That trend has been with us and will continue to be tomorrow, but a cool down is on the way, and we're going to be looking at temperatures more like that as we head into midweek and into the end of this upcoming week. Yesterday was 111, so a little bit hotter today, still under that excessive heat warning. That's through 9 o'clock tonight for the area shaded in pink here. That includes the Coachella Valley. And we are also dealing with a smoke advisory. I'll have more details on that in just a second, but this high pressure, this is the reason for that heat that we've been dealing with. It's been in control and it's been causing those temperatures to climb above that average. Right now, temperatures across the area still pretty high. 112 for Palm Springs, 98 for Desert Hot Springs, 111 over in Mecca, 109 for Palm Desert. Dew points right on the verge there where we like to see them. 51 for Thousand Palms, 35 over in Palm Desert, a little bit drier there. 51 for Yucca Valley, 47 over in Mecca. Now that smoke advisory, as I said before, is for this area shaded in white, including the Coachella Valley. It is through today, and that is a result of the Apple Fire. Northwest winds are pulling that smoke into the Coachella Valley, and it's causing very unhealthy air quality. So try to stay inside if you can. That would be best. And with the temperatures and the smoke, you're going to want to stay inside. As for tomorrow, temperatures are still going to be reaching the 1-teens, but lower. Winds 10 to 15 miles per hour and plenty of sunshine, that dew point right near 50. For your highs tomorrow across the valley, 114 for Cathedral City, Mecca coming in at 112, and then Palm Springs also going to be seeing a high of 114 as you see here on your Comfort Air 7-day forecast. And then a little bit of a cool down into Tuesday and right back near that seasonal average around midweek, even dipping below the seasonal average Thursday and Friday evening off into the weekend. But all in all, for the summer, this is a nice end to our upcoming week.
Yeah, this is one example where it's good to be below average.
Yes, exactly.
All right, what's coming up in sports?
Well, I'll have an update on the MLB Plus highlights, and there's a new man atop the world golf rankings. Sports is up next. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning brought to you by Brad Schmidt Real Estate Group. Call the agent Barbara Corcoran recommends and sell your home on time for the most money.